Hello, I'm John Shepherd, and this video is all about technique, and in particular technique analysis for videos that some of you guys have sent in. We're going to look at the long jump technique of a guy from Egypt called Abdelrahman, and then we're going to follow this up with some triple jump analysis from an American called Kalichi. Hopefully, in terms of analysis of the videos, it's also going to help your own technical performance. It doesn't matter how strong or how fast you are, if you can't jump effectively, then your distances will always be compromised. Okay, let's start with the running. The arms are a little untidy, and there also seems to be some ankle and lower leg sideways movements. Solution: try to hold the feet upwards. This will create a stiffer contact with the ground and enable the legs to be pulled through straighter. Think of the feet as a kind of rudder. If they point outside of the line of direction, then that's where the force will be transmitted. In a moment, you'll see that the back arm swings out too wide behind the body, and it should be kept tighter with more of a bend at the elbow, whilst the forward arm swings across the body. This will create unwanted rotation. The penultimate step is well set up with a flat-footed contact, and this will bring the hips through into the takeoff, so a plus point. The next point is not quite so clear. I may argue that the hips are slightly too low on the penultimate step, pushing through into the takeoff, and this will minimise speed into the jump. The actual takeoff position is a strong one, with the hips high, shoulders high, and head up. On that latter point though, the head could be slightly too far back, as this will create some backward rotation. Okay, now let's take a look at the second jump sent in. Filming angle probably doesn't help, as it looks like it's more up than level with the actual jump, but I think there's probably too much vertical impulse on the takeoff compared to the first jump. This could be a consequence of a slight jump into the penultimate step rather than a fluid movement through it. Ideally, you only want minimal lowering of the hips on the penultimate step of a couple of centimetres. Okay, let's focus more on the midair technique, which is a hang. However, between the two jumps sent in on video, there's a variation in the specific technique of the hang employed. In the first jump we watched in this video, it's more of a hitch hang with the free leg pulled down straighter just after takeoff. However, in the second jump, both legs are pulled behind the body and a shorter hang position is achieved. So here we are, the first jump again. Compare that with the second. I would prefer that the version you're watching above is the technical model that is concentrated on, as I believe that this can create better mid-air shape, one that will combat backwards and forward rotation more effectively. Holding the takeoff for slightly longer will delay the movement into the hang and therefore push the landing further into the jump. Okay, it's to American now, and the triple jump, and some videos sent in by Kalichi. He's a little bit in the distance in this shot, but I've zoomed in as best as I can on another, and we can take a closer look at his technique. His running into the board is actually quite smooth, or so it looks from this angle. Wait till we see another video from the front. Key to triple jump is running fluently through the takeoff with minimal preparation for the hop, and it appears that this is being achieved here. Look closely from this angle and you'll see that the arms are being drawn across the body, which will reduce his speed. In terms of the hop takeoff, this is a good forward moving position, and the double arm action is contributing to the movement off the board. However, I'd like to see the free leg lengthened below the body to slow the rotation of the hop and extend its range. I think it's in the step phase where more work needs to be done, but this of course reflects the hop mechanics. It's potentially here that the swing leg into the step is brought through open too much and should be slightly more bent, as this will enable more speed to be transferred into the jump phase. So the knee swings through slightly quicker and slightly more bent. It's then held in position before both the hip and knee and then ankle extend to make contact for the jump. Okay, let's move on to the jump phase. I'm going to use my coach's intuition here and say that due to the step being slightly ineffective, so is the jump. The takeoff into the jump phase seems to be going too much in a forward direction with not enough vertical impulse. Now this is obviously set up from the preceding step. As I indicated in a previous question and answer video, the phases of the triple jump should be relatively even, with what research that exists indicating that a hop dominant technique will yield greater results than a jump dominated one, on average, I hasten to add. So it's probably worth working out the ratios of each phase for the hop dominated distribution and trying to work to those in competition and in training. If you overhop, you will inevitably lose total distance on the jump, as momentum will be lost. If you've got any questions that you'd like to be answered about long jump, triple jump, sprints, technique in the main or conditioning, then put a question in the comment section below or contact me through my Instagram account. As usual, thanks for watching and good luck with your training and competitions. And of course, do subscribe to the channel.